everyone, today I'm going to explain you all about properties of numbers. This is the first paragraph of the new chapter, chapter 7, and it's about quadratic equations. Today we're going to have a look at divisors and multiples. So what are those? Then I'm going to tell you the divisibility rules. And lastly, we're going to zoom into prime numbers. Before I'm going to tell you what divisors and multiples are, I'm going to tell you what natural numbers are. An example of a natural number is 48. And 5, 11, 109, 456, 32, 1, 7, and 69. There are many more. Natural numbers are all positive whole numbers. So not negative numbers and not numbers with decimal places. So imagine that you're going to the supermarket because you really need some toilet paper. So you're going to buy 8 rolls of toilet paper. But you really don't think it's enough. So you're going to get 8 more. Then you see the last 8 rolls of toilet paper before everything is sold out. So you're going to buy the last 8 rolls as well, just in case. This means that you have in total 24 rolls of toilet paper. But you are very generous, so you're going to divide those rolls by 6 people. So everyone would get 4 rolls of toilet paper. 4 is a nice number. It's a whole number, not with decimal places. So it's a natural number. And because it's a natural number, the answer, 24 is divisible by 6, because you will get a nice answer. We can also say 6 is a divisor of 24, because if I'm going to divide 24 by 6, I will get a nice natural number. Another thing that we could say is 24 is a multiple of 6, because when I'm going to multiply 6, I will eventually get 24. So 6 times 1 equals 6, 6 times 2 equals 12, 6 times 3 equals 18, and 6 times 4 equals 24. So eventually you will get 24 when multiplying 6, and that's when you call it a multiple. An even and an odd number. An even number is divisible by 2, so you can divide it by 2. An odd number is not divisible by 2, so you cannot divide it by 2. So you will get some large numbers and you need to tell if you can divide it by 3 or if you can divide it by 4, and therefore there are some rules. Those rules are really important. A natural number is divisible by 3 when the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So if I have 87, it is divisible by 3 because 8 is a digit and 7 is a digit. So 8 plus 7, because the sum, it's 15. And 15 is divisible by 3 because I will get a natural number as answer, because it's 5. A natural number is divisible by 4 when the last 2 digits form a number that is divisible by 4. For example, 912. It is divisible by 4 because the last 2 digits is 12. 12 is divisible by 4 because you will get a natural number as answer. A natural number is divisible by 5 when the number ends on either a 0 or a 5. So if I have 785, it is divisible by 5 because the number ends on a 5. A natural number is divisible by 6 when the number is even and divisible by 3. The and is really important over here. So 312 is divisible by 6 because 312 is even. I can divide 312 by 2 and getting a natural number as answer. And, again the and, it is divisible by 3. Because if you look back at the rules, you need to add the digits and they need to be divisible by 3. So I'm going to add 3, 1 and 2. That's 6. 6 is divisible by 3. So that means that this number, 312, is divisible by 6. And the last one, a natural number is divisible by 9 when the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So 3,186 is an example. It is divisible by 9 because 3 plus 1 plus 8 plus 6, so you add all digits, is 18. And 18 is divisible by 9. Alright, those rules are really important. So I will give you the rules of divisibility all in once. And you really need to remember this during your test, so you need to write this down in your notebooks. So, a natural number is divisible by 3 when the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. By 4 when the last two digits form a number that is divisible by 4. By 5 when the number ends on either a 0 or a 5. By 6 when the number is even and divisible by 3. And by 9 when the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Make sure that you copy this in your notebook and highlight them. Alright, then we're going to have a look at the last piece of information, and that's the prime numbers. The definition of prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers with exactly 2 divisors, itself and 1. So nothing else, nothing less, nothing more. Itself and 1. Examples of prime numbers are 2 because 2 divided by 2, I can do that. And 2 divided by 1, I can do that as well because I will get a natural number. 3, I can only divide 3 by 3 and 1 because that's the only 2 things where I will get a natural number as answer. I can divide 5 only by 5 and 1. I can divide 7 only by 7 and 1. I can divide 11 only by 11 and 1. And you can continue like that. Alright, so we can write non-prime numbers as a product of prime factors. It means that every number that is not a prime number can be written as a product of prime numbers, or prime factors. It's the same. An example is 60 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and 5 is a prime number. If I'm going to multiply 2 by 2 by 3 by 5, I will get 60. So if you leave 60 away, so if you cross this out, then there's also written down 60 but then as a product of prime factors. The easiest thing to do is when you have 60, first divide it by 2. You will get 30. Then again, I can divide 30 by 2. It's 15. Now I cannot divide 15 by 2 because 15 is not even. So 15 divided by 3 is possible. That's 5. And 5 divided by 5 equals 1. So as you can see now, this is the 2 that we're speaking of. This is the other 2. This is the 3. And lastly, this is the 5. You can see that you start with the smallest prime number. So you divide it, you will get 30. Then again, I can divide it by the smallest prime number. It's 2, so then you will get 15. Now I cannot divide it by the smallest prime number. So I have to search for one which is a little bit larger, and that's 3. So divide by 3, you will get 5. Now I cannot divide 5 by 2 or by 3. So I need to find a larger one. In this case, it's 5. You see, I end with a 1. And that doesn't matter because I can write down times 1 over here. But then your answer is still 60. So please do not write 1 down because it's useless information and you do not need to write it down. Alright, so this was the explanation about divisibility and multiples and divisors and prime numbers. So if you have any questions, ask them.